Hey, how you doing? The other week, the Eagles traded for Demeco Ryans, middle linebacker, and it is a huge move for the Eagles and a very smart move. So I'll talk about. Um, Everybody knows about the Eagles' talent and the talent they had last year and still have, um, and how they went 8-8 last year. If you really if you watch all the Eagles games last year and understood what was going on, one of the big reasons that they did go 8-8 was because of um, the new system that they had in the wide nine, and they had a really good defensive line, but the linebackers just didn't play up to the caliber of what linebackers have to play up to in a wide nine system, and some of the linebackers weren't built to play in a wide nine. Demeco Ryans is an awesome player. From 2007 to 2009, he was one of the, if not the best linebacker in the NFL. I think you can make a case he was the best, right up there with Patrick Willis. He had the Achilles injury in 2010, playing only 6 games, and then last year he came back. He didn't have a great year. He looked better towards the end of the season. Especially people who watch the Texans closely say he was starting to return to his old self, which is encouraging. And also, people say that one of the reasons why he maybe didn't have the success that he had in the first couple of years was because the Texans switched from a 3-4, or excuse me, from a 4-3 to a 3-4, and Ryans is more suited to play for 4-3, which is obviously what the Eagles play. And so, if you look at the trade, the Eagles only gave up a 4th-round pick, which 4th-round picks are valuable. I'm a guy who really values picks, even late-round picks, but it's not a huge risk, basically what I'm saying, and it's a huge reward because if Ryans is healthy, and yeah, if he's healthy and can return to what he was, you plug him in a 4-3 middle linebacker, man, I mean you're taking a pretty good defense into a really really good one. Maybe they could even turn into a great one. You still have one or two more holes to plug. But just an excellent, smart move by the Eagles. I love the move. So right now, I think that like I said, we haven't even gotten to the draft yet. Free agency is still not over, so I still think there might be some moves going on. But just from the players that are on the roster currently, if you were projecting what their linebacker core will be, just from, like I said, from the players that are on the roster now, it would be Jamar Chaney probably at the strong side, Demeco Ryans in the middle, and Brian Roll at the weak. And then in nickel and other situations, you have Casey Matthews and Keenan Clayton, will probably be 4 and 5 in terms of the depth chart. But I think that they'll add a couple of guys. I'll talk about them in my next video. Some guys that they still might be targeting. And then the free agency here, or more likely in the draft. But I just want to say I love this move by the Eagles. I've actually always been a fan of Demeco Ryans. He went to Alabama, and he's just a great player. And he's a great guy in the locker room too. So just a really smart move by the Eagles. He really shores up not only the linebacking core but kind of the soul of the defense there. And you could say that the Eagles were strong on the outer edge of the defense last year, and they had the great defensive ends, the great corners, but kind of up the middle they were a little weaker, particularly at linebacker and safety. So great job by the Eagles. And like I said in my next video, I'll talk about some guys that they still might be looking at. So thanks for watching. See you next time.